Imagine you are standing in the middle of a massive crossroads and every direction looks like a mistake. Your head is spinning, your heart is heavy, and you just want to quit. This exact feeling, this total mental breakdown, is actually how one of the greatest books in history begins. Most people think the Bhagavad Gita is just an old religious text, but it's actually old psychological blueprint for the exact problems we are facing in our lives. Today, I'm breaking down the 3 mind hacks from this conversation that can literally delete your anxiety and help you find a purpose that actually feels real. Stuck with me until the end because the final lessons flips the script on everything we have been told about success, and it might just be the one thing you have been missing this whole time. I'm really glad you are here today because we are diving into something that has personally helped me navigate the chaos of daily life. The Gita is essentially a conversation between Arjun, who is completely overwhelmed and stuck, and Krishna, who acts as his mentor. We have all been Arjun at some point, feeling like the world is too much and not knowing which way to turn. So let's look at a few big lessons from their talk that we can actually use today to improve ourselves without feeling like we are reading a textbook. The first thing we have to talk about is probably the most famous lesson in the whole book: focusing on your actions rather than the outcome. In our world, we are obsessed with the win. We post the trophy, the new car, or the promotion, but we often forget the actual work it took to get there. Krishna tells Arjun that you have a right to your labor, but never to the fruits of that labor. That sounds a bit harsh at first, right? Like, why would I work if I don't get the prize? But if you think about it, it's actually the ultimate hack for anxiety. When you stop obsessing over whether people like your video or you will get an A+, and you just focus on doing the best job possible in this very moment, the stress melts away. You can control the future, but you can control your effort right now. That's where the real power lives. Another huge point the Gita makes is about the mind being our best friend or our worst enemy. We all had those nights where our thoughts just won't shut up, replaying every mistake or worrying about things that haven't even happened. The text compares a restless mind to a flickering candle in a windy place. To improve ourselves, we have to learn how to shield that flame. Self-improvement isn't just about waking up early or hitting the gym. It's about training your mind to be steady. It suggests that through practice and letting go of things we can't control, we can find a sense of inner peace that doesn't depend on what's happening outside. If you can control your reactions, you have basically won at life. Finally, there is this beautiful idea about Dharma, which basically means your unique purpose or duty. There is a specific verse that says it is better to do your own path imperfectly than to do someone else's path perfectly. We spend so much time scrolling through social media trying to copy someone else's versions of success. We think we should be like that influencer or that entrepreneur, but the Gita tells us that true growth comes from being authentic to who we are. You have a specific set of skills and you have a vibe that world needs. When you stop trying to be a second-rate version of someone else and start being a first-rate version of yourself, everything starts to click. It's about being honest with yourself about what you are meant to do and then doing it with all your heart. I hope these ideas gave you a little bit of mental reset today. It's not about being perfect, it's just about being a little more intentional with how we live and think. If you find this helpful, let me know which of these 3 lessons hits home for you the most in the comments.